Hello everyone, hope you're all well. It's Sarah here from HappyHands-uk. Now today I've got a little bit of a surprise for you. You'll have probably seen in the description what it is. But to start with, I'm going to sort out my my clay first, condition it and get it ready. Bit of a warning, I've had my nails took off, so I'm giving my natural nails a rest. So excuse the horrible thumbs, and yeah, they're just not very pretty. They kind of they get destroyed by having extensions on, so I'm giving them a rest, so please excuse them. Okay, so I'm starting off with, this is translucent blue, it's Fimo. So we have this. This is the mother of pearl, Fimo. This is Pacific blue, Fimo soft. This is green, Fimo professional. So I've done 3 chunks of each apart from this one because it's a bigger block. So just roughly about the same amount. It doesn't really matter how much you use. It's entirely up to you. And also the colours is entirely up to you. So I'll get them conditioned and ready to go, and then I'll be back. Right, so I am all ready to go. It's impossible not to get something on your white. Doesn't matter, they're all going to be mixed together anyway eventually. So these are my new product, and these are texture stamps. But what I've done, I always strive for comfort when it comes to using my products, and I realise that a lot of people have problems with their hands. So I've added a little extra to these, and it's removable. So I have this handle which will screw in, and we have a stamp. And the reason that I've made it removable, 2 reasons really. It's easier storage if you've only got small boxes or whatever, but also postage. If I was to post this whole, it would be far more expensive because the package would be bigger. So they will be posted like this. And this is just a way to try and save a bit of money, because it does bump up the price with the larger parcel. It would be a large parcel rather than this is a large letter, which is much cheaper. This is a I think it's a small parcel. This will be a small parcel, which is the next tier up in the postage. So storage and postage is the reason why I've made them like this. So they screw in, and then also you've got something to grip hold of when you're stamping. Well, I hope so anyway. This is the first time that I've used them. I have not yet tested them. I am testing them with you. So I've just made up 4 patterns for now. Now I have to pick one. I think I'm going to go with this one. This looks a bit Christmassy. Didn't intend to, but that's just the way it turned out. But hey ho, it's coming Christmas soon. So we'll put those to one side for a minute. So I have 4 colours. Now I don't think they're going to work as a Makume Gane because they're not deep enough. I could probably make them deeper. Maybe I will. We'll see how it goes. These are just prototypes. Not yet in the shop. But if they work out today, they soon will be. So I'm just going to take a little bit of each colour. And I'm just going to stack those. Oh, decisions. I think I'll go light to dark. I don't think I want the blues together. I'd like them separate a little bit. So we have this, and I'm just going to chop where it's level with the shortest piece, and then that can go back in my stash, so it's about there. Separate these and put them back in my stash for reconditioning, and it just makes the stack a little bit neater. I'll sort those out later. Okay, so we have this. And I'm going to cut that in half. So, like I say, I don't want them too thick. They only need to be as thick as the stamp. I'm just going to put that to one side, and I'm going to put this through my pasta machine on the thickest setting. So that gives us that, and then I'm going to cut that in half. And go like that. So then that is approximately the right thickness. And then I'm going to get my trusty baby powder. Don't want any sticking. Just pop a bit on. So with this, I think I'm going to go with this one. I could do a couple actually. Moment of truth. Let's see how easy it is to use. I'll push it down as far as I can. It's quite easy actually. And pull it out. And then I'm going to just make a general pattern. Like this. And push down. Trying to get all of the clay patterned up. There we go. I'm just going to brush away this excess baby powder here. Okay, I'm going to leave it stuck down. Just let me adjust this camera so that you're in the middle. And what I'm going to do is just, while it's stuck to the surface, I'm just going to push on each side to bring it back in and to close up those lines. And then once that's done, I can use my fingers to push it back together. Obviously the talc is going to resist the sticking because it's still doing its job even though it's finished with. You can use water. I just find it makes things a bit sticky and I don't like it. You can use cornstarch. Anything that'll help prevent stickage to your stamp. And I'm just going to keep doing that until all the little bits have stuck together. It's better if you can no longer see the pattern. That's how I gauge it. It's like the pattern's blending in now. You're starting to lose it. I'll just do it on the other side as well so that this bottom colour keeps up. And just keep pushing it together. Give it a nice little roll again. And each time you do, the gaps will close a little bit more. You can see that's still wanting to open, but that's because of the talc. But we can sort that out later. If they still are opening once you've sliced, you just burnish it until it sticks together. Okay, so we have this now. So because this isn't very thick, it's not really a block, because these were thin, if you remember. So I am wondering whether to do deeper lines for more Makumegane use rather than just stampage, if that makes sense. I'm just playing with ideas in my head at the moment, getting some new designs. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, clean knife, I'll give that a wipe. Let's move these out of the way. Push it down so it sticks to the surface. And we're just going to get some shavings. It's not stuck. This isn't the best knife. The sharper your knife, the better. And keep all your little bits. Just going to get a random mix match. And put them off to one side. And we'll join them together on a slab. Looks quite nice, doesn't it, that one? You don't need to use 4 colours, you can just use 2. The world is your oyster. Whatever you choose to do, you do you. Just trying to keep the shape. I keep coming off camera, don't I? I'm gonna go. I always like to pull towards me. So if I feel like, because I want to do this little bit, I am going to turn it around, stick it back down, and just pull towards myself. Just going to get this corner. So even though I'm getting slices, what I'm aiming for is just something that looks nice to my eye to use. And then these will be something else, the slab. So it's kind of twofold. So I'm kind of liking the look of that. So we'll leave that as is. And then these, you can just randomly join them together. I'm wondering if I just might need a little bit of a base. So what I'll do is these little bits of scraps here that I cut off, I am just going to mix them. A little bit. Let's make that thin. I'll put them on 2. Okay, 3, just to make it a little bit bigger. I'm not even bothered that it's not mixed in. All the colours still match. And then I'll just place these on. Very randomly. Put that up there because there's not very much pattern here. Just to pretty it up a little bit. And then we'll grab some paper. And I'll take my rolling pin. So we just rub to burnish the clay into the base. And that will just give us this random mix match of pattern. Ready for cutting out. And then back to this one. I'm going to grab my clay thickness guides. I'm just going to give that a little roll just to make sure that it's level. And then I have this heart. Let's get in the middle. There we have a nice little funky heart. So this I want because it's thinner. In fact, I'm going to pop it through the pasta machine. So I'll start with the thicker setting and just work my way down until I can see that it's working on it. And that'll just make sure that everything's flattened out as well. And nice and smooth. So I'll grab a tile. And I'll cut straight from the tile as this is so thin, because if you try to lift something that's so thin, you will pull and distort it. Try to make sure that when you're putting it down, there's no bubbles trapped underneath, because that will show in the back of your work. Let's see if I can find a smaller heart. just take, oh, that looks like a smiley face, look at that in there. I'm gonna have to do it, aren't I? Oh, cool. I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm just gonna pop some out now. Trying to get kind of similar-ish so that I can see there's light blue on this side and dark blue on this side. So here is kind of the opposite. So the sisters. And over here I'll get something similar to this one here. So it's not really about what I can fit in and what I'm saving in the clay. It's more about getting them so that they can be a pair of earrings. And then after that, just see what you can fit in. Okay, so I have those. I've made it with that little smiley. Okay. So I'll head off and bake these, and I will resin them. And yeah, I'm quite happy with those. So the other patterns are, so I've just done this one. Goodness knows what I'm going to name them. Any ideas? Leave in the comments down below. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. And number 4. Obviously this is going to be snowflake, isn't it? Okie dokie. Right, I'll go and bake these and I will be back. So I'm just going to quickly do one of the others and I'll put it on fast forward. Okay, meet you back. Well, I'm slowing the video back down here because that is mwah. It reminds me very much of the swirl, to be honest. The way it comes out in segments like that, like an orange. Wow. That is pretty amazing. You've seen it first here. I'm going to leave that like that. How pretty. I'll fast forward now for this bit. Okay, and I'm going to leave that like that. So I'll head off and I'll cut these out and I'll show you what the end result is. I don't know whether you noticed, but I did leave the green out. I didn't put the green in on these last two, so it's just the two blues and the mother of pearl. Okay, I'll meet you back in a minute. Okay, so I'm back. Everything's been made, and what I'm gonna make anyway. There are still a few little bits left over, but I feel like I've got plenty to be getting on with. So this was the sun-shaped one. Actually, I'm just gonna grab the stamps again, just to give you a bit of a reminder. So we have flower, snowflake, the star type and the lines. So just so that we remember what we've done. So this one, which is my absolute favourite of them all, oh, it's beautiful, was made with this one. It's either going to be the sun or star, maybe, I don't know. I've not decided what I'm calling them yet. And to go with that are two little heart earrings as well. So that's a nice little set with a lovely silver chain, silver ear hooks. So that's those ones. The flower made these nice chunky earrings. As you can see, the mother of pearl comes through beautifully. I think what I forgot to tell you actually was when I was conditioning these at the very beginning, I did notice that the light blue colour was a translucent, so I popped a little bit of the mother of pearl into that as well, and you can see how that's come through now that it's baked on the blue bits, on the light blue bits, and it just gives it that more of a metallic kind of shine, which I just love. So that's the earrings there. And also I made another smaller pair of triangular earrings. And they're just beautiful. And then the lines, I've only got one thing from that, and I haven't put anything on it. I just wanted to show you the difference it makes once it's not matte anymore. So I think right with this one, because it's a little bit thicker, rather than put resin on it, I think I'm going to sand and buff and see how lovely it comes up, making it shine by hand. Unfortunately, I've just not got the time at the moment, but that will be done. So that was the lines. And then finally, the snowflake type pattern are these ones. So I've made a little necklace and earrings from that, and you can see this round bit here is the little indent here. That's what that makes. I did notice with this one that the clay did stick in those holes, so just bear in mind to make sure that you do put plenty of baby powder or whatever you use, just to prevent things getting clogged up in there, and just gently pull it away. And it was fine. I mean, I've not cleaned this since yet, and there's nothing stuck in there, as you can see. I just had to be careful, but it did stick a little bit. And then there's these earrings. So that comes up really nice from these bits. It's more like a flower. And like I say, there are a few little bits left. Some of them, when I was resining them, overspilled and I didn't notice. So that was the big one. So I need to file that down. So that would be the pendant to go with that from the snowflake. It just looks beautiful. So I'm going to have to file all this off and give it another layer. But it'll be fine. The back's fine. So that will come up beautiful. There's a few more little bits. I was rushing. So yeah, I've had a few little mishaps. But nothing that's not fixable. Where's my smiley face? Oh yeah. Remember my smiley face? Pity didn't have two of those. But anyway, that's it. We're all done. So yeah, these are going to be going in my shop. I'm happy with them. They worked brilliantly. Better than I expected, to be honest with you. And they're so easy to use. And again, you can just take the handle off. And it's just easier storage. They'll store stacked. Maybe in a little tin or something. So yeah, I think that's and again, it was the postage issue as well. So once it's on, you don't really have to take it off. But they screw on and off really well. I managed to get the thread just right in my Tinkercad. So yeah, they're all done. So I'm going to pop these in the shop in the next few days. I've got a couple of markets coming up Wednesday and Thursday, so the next 2 days I'm at our local market selling my wares. So it'll probably be the end of the week they'll go in the shop. But let me know what interest you have if you fancy buying them. It'll be nice to know what you think of them and get some feedback. And that's it from me. So I will see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.